here we go, AKAPADers. Welcome back to the show of shows. This is AKAPAD, the Film Buff Podcast. I'm Peter A. DeLuca. You're the AKAPAD Army, and we're back in action. 2025, Netflix, another fun movie that came out of nowhere, dropped in our laps. Well, the rest of the world has already moved on from this flick, but here we go. This is a genre that I absolutely love, and it's been thriving ever since Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie did their version of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. We love couples in love, and we love couples that are espionage spies. We just, can we get James Bond, give him a wife, give him a bunch of kids, create a crazy scenario, make it a little bit more comedic than dramatic, and lay down that action. That's what we have here. It's a fun effing movie. The intent of this movie is clearly to be fun. So let's talk.
Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production. Take one.
Action.
This is a little bit of a revelation. I'm watching this movie. I love Cameron Diaz. I really do. I love Jamie Foxx. I like this style of movie. It's just fun. It's crazy. The action's a little bit over the top. The entire time I'm watching this, I'm thinking of, man, I like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And holy crap, do you guys remember that Tom Cruise movie? It was called Night and Day. It's almost the same movie, but Cameron Diaz in that movie teams up with Tom Cruise. This one, she's teaming up with Jamie Foxx. Now, her character is a little bit different. She's more fish out of water in Night and Day. But AKAPADers, it's interesting to me when I engage in a movie and I immediately see the genre that it's coming from and what it's emulating, what it's trying to do and trying to recreate. And every few years we get a film like this. It's no different than the buddy road comedy or a political thriller or some, maybe what we had recently too with Drawer Number 8, the Clint Eastwood HBO Max movie, where every couple years we get a banger courtroom drama. These are the set formulas that everyone in entertainment knows works. If you're in entertainment at this level of entertainment long enough, you're going to get an opportunity to make one of these films. A complete film career touches on everything I just told you. That's how I look at Cameron Diaz. That's how I look at Jamie Foxx. But the real star of this movie is writer-director Seth Gordon. Now, he's co-writer. Brandon O'Brien is the other half of the right, but Brandon O'Brien has collaborated with Seth on nearly every single one of his movies. So what's Seth's filmography? I've seen almost every single one of his movies, of his feature films. He's got quite the list of documentary films. 4 Christmases, 2008. Yes, I'm not sure if I did this for cinemas. Maybe I did. Great movie, great romantic, slight breakup movie, get back together. Horrible Bosses, 2011. Absolutely love Horrible Bosses. Identity Thief, 2013. Love that movie. I was really blown away by his work on Baywatch, 2017, for 2 reasons. Enlightening to see The Rock do well and bring back another franchise or revitalize another franchise. I feel Baywatch could have had multiple sequels, but again, around this time, Rock brings back Jumanji. They still could be making sequels to Jumanji, but he resurrected Fast and Furious. G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, banger movie. Lane of the Lost, or the Journey to the Center of the Earth Part 2 or Number 2. I mean, it's just like endless stuff that The Rock touches that gets a jolt of life. But I really enjoyed Baywatch. I absolutely love that movie. And we have Back in Action, 2015. It's good to know some of these names involved with movies like this, because I feel the rest of the film critic world, basically my competitors, my competition, Someone, oh my god, AKAPAD. So someone forwarded me a couple screenshots of this conversation about me, and it looked like they were like critics. I didn't bother to look them up and see where they were from, but they clearly listened to the show. So I view a lot of critics out there as enemies of mine, because it's a little bit of a role of the Film Buff podcast to call them out while we here watch movies. We watch movies endlessly. Even today, I think 4 movies. I clocked in 4 movies between all of my stuff. Sat down, took a bunch of notes, and getting ready to record each and every one of them. We're already recording a ton of stuff for Captain America. We're doing our Valentine's Day movies, and it's just a lot of fun. So what is it about these movies? There's a guy that used to run the two of them as a squad, as a team. Their commanding officer. When they're in danger, he hunts them down. He gets assassinated, quote unquote, and we immediately know he's behind everything. He's coming back. The plot for this is no different than Mission Impossible. It's like a Knox list. It's a special box that can give them access to something. For this one, it's the electrical grid or electricity. It almost like doesn't matter. But we have this amazing airplane sequence where the fuselage crashes on the snowy mountaintop. And it really reminded me of what we see in Indiana Jones' Temple of Doom, where on that one, Dr. Jones throws out this inflatable raft and they somehow survive. This sequence here is awesome. There's kids, the family in this movie. The family dynamic is there. Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz, they try and take the kids off the grid, and immediately they start to get tracked because the kid has a Nintendo Switch and that has Wi-Fi. No one else in the family realized that device had Wi-Fi. So it's a lot. It's like moments like that too, where you just feel like modern day parents go through that because they get their kids things and they still don't know everything about what they get their children. Felt like the action was there. I felt like Cameron Diaz's. I'm always critical of choreography for women, but I thought Cameron Diaz's choreography in this movie was there. Like more Atomic Blonde, but like less Atomic Blonde. Not as hardcore with the kicks and punches and overpowering guys. A little bit more like Black Widow, which Black Widow has some of the best choreography of how like women should be taking down men. By the way. Jamie Foxx, there's really not much to say about him. And the kids are fantastic because they're seeing all these things that they're not supposed to see their parents do. They see them do it, and they don't know if their parents are good guys or bad guys. And so the daughter is even conflicted as the journey unfolds. AKAPADers, a little bit of a quick one today. You guys know I consider Netflix the greatest film studio we have today. This is another edition. Part of the Netflix scale, the thing that what we look at is we take the movie, we go back in time a little bit, and we say, like, if this movie came out while theaters were thriving, where would it land? I feel like this would have been 130, 145, 150 $1 million movie. This movie would have had a good weekend, good second week, good word of mouth, and relatively, as the word spread, would be said to be a lot of fun. So I don't know, AKAPADers. I know everyone comes in heavy, overly critical with these Netflix movies, but I feel as a brain dump, as just something that's going to entertain you, that's going to make your life out loud a few times. I know that's a little bit of a platitude, but that's specifics. I think that this movie's it. Check it out. Hey, we're recording ahead, but I kind of been planning my Mondays to be banger episodes, or like just something really new. So I'm pretty sure this episode is coming out on a Monday. So happy Monday Start that work week. Rock and roll. I love you guys.
Okay, that's a wrap.